After watching Bullet Train for like the 5th time, I was inspired to make a game out of it. I took the aspects I liked about the movie and attempted to design a game which recreates the feelings gained while watching the movie. I'll talk more about the wacky mechanics I've come up with later. In short, for now, I want to make a unique game unlike anything I've played before. But before talking about the game, we need to talk about the movie. And don't worry, I won't include spoilers. For those of you who haven't seen it, Bullet Train is a fast-paced action movie about a bunch of assassins on a train, each with their own goals and motivations. It's fun to watch because, with all the unique objectives of each character, you don't know if they would kill each other or work together. Plus, with new characters spontaneously appearing, it feels like anything could happen. And this is the exact feeling I want to try and capture in the game. So, to start off, we need to really isolate what made this movie special, and figure out how to translate this into game mechanics. Once we do that, we can go on to designing the rest of the game. I've isolated what makes this movie unique into 3 main components. The first is pretty straightforward, fast-paced action. The second component, the unique character objectives. And the third is the spontaneous character introductions. Now that we've isolated what the main design goal of the game is, we can start creating some game mechanics. Before discussing the exciting stuff, I need to lay the groundwork for what the levels may look like. Similarly to the movie, there will be 5 to 7 players in a match at once. I'm hoping this amount of players is manageable to keep track of while playing, but at the same time, won't leave the game feeling empty. The game needs to be chaotic enough to be exciting, but not too much as to overwhelm the player. An important aspect of this game is the player interactions. So, we should keep the level relatively small, that way players are constantly running into each other. This could simply be done by making the game take place in a building, like a floor of an office building, or in a house or something. Next, we need to address the combat for this game. Because of the indoor level layouts, it would make sense for it to be first person. Navigating indoor environments in third person is a nightmare, and overall first person is more suitable for fast-paced gameplay. As for what the combat will look like, I don't really know yet. It'll either be gun combat, up-close melee combat, or a combination of both. I would appreciate if you left a comment letting me know which combat style would work better for this game. I'm definitely open to suggestions. Okay, now it's time for the main twist that'll make this game unique. Well, there are 2 actually, and I've already mentioned them. The character motivations and the spontaneous character introductions. Both of these elements are actually pretty straightforward to translate into game mechanics. For the character motivations, we could simply give each player an individual objective that they need to accomplish. This could be assassinating a certain player, trying to defend a briefcase, or something similar to those. These objectives would force the player to interact with each other, and hopefully players will be encouraged to work together if their objectives are compatible. The second twist element, the spontaneous character introductions, is also really easy to implement. Simply have players join ongoing matches and leave the running match when they complete their objective, or die. Instead of the entire game starting and ending at the same time for everyone, this game would take place on an ongoing lobby. Players would be spontaneous in leaving and joining. The in and out flow of players would really make the game unpredictable and keep everyone on their toes. This, alongside the individual objectives, would really make each match feel like a unique action movie. I really hope that this game can capture the feelings experienced while watching Bullet Train. If you think this is a cool idea or are interested in it, then leave a like to let me know, and maybe subscribe to see what other wacky game ideas I conjure up. Finally, to make this idea an actual thing would require a lot of work. First, we need to refine all these concepts and solidify them. Then we'll need an art style, maybe something funky inspired by the vibe of the movie. And of course, this game would have to be developed in a game engine like Unity or Unreal, and subsequently playtested. A weird concept like this would require constant prototyping to figure out what works and what need to be tweaked. I believe that working on this project would be so much fun, but honestly, I don't know if I'll ever go further than developing this idea. I've said what I have prepared at the time. I'd love to hear your ideas and feedback about possibly furthering this game. For now, goodbye!